Today, we have some alarming updates on global warming that you need to know about. According to a new report, scientists warn that if we continue pumping heat-trapping greenhouse gases into the atmosphere at our current rate, we only have about 5 years before we surpass the 1.5 degrees Celsius limit set by the Paris Agreement. The findings highlight once again that human-induced global warming is continuing to heat the planet, even though climate actions have slightly slowed the overall increase in greenhouse gas emissions. Piers Forster, a climate scientist from the University of Leeds in the UK, stated in a university release, "Global temperatures are still going in the wrong direction and accelerating faster than ever. Last year, every month from June to December set new global temperature records. For instance, July 2023 was the hottest July on record, dating back to the late 1800s. These extreme temperatures devastated many parts of the world, melting ice in Antarctica to unprecedented levels and triggering Canada's worst wildfire season ever. The main cause of this extreme heat was greenhouse gases released by burning fossil fuels for energy. These record-breaking temperatures were worsened by El Niño, a recurring weather pattern linked to higher average temperatures. Scientists say El Niño has intensified over the last 60 years due to global warming. And once again, the primary cause of global warming is human activity. What we're witnessing is far from a natural phenomenon for our planet. Forster explained, when temperature records were broken last year, natural factors temporarily contributed about 10% to long-term warming. He added, the devastation from wildfires, droughts, floods, and heat waves in 2023 should not become the new normal. A new report released on June 4th, overseen by over 50 scientists, shows that in the last decade, from 2014 to 2023, temperatures rose by 1.19 degrees Celsius, compared to 1.14 degrees Celsius from 2013 to 2022. Forster notes that part of this warming over the past decade is due to a reduction in sulfur emissions from the commercial shipping industry, which changed fuel compositions to limit sulfur starting in 2020, following International Maritime Organization regulations. These regulations aim to reduce air pollution from ships, and they succeeded. However, sulfur also has a cooling effect on the planet by reflecting sunlight back into space. So, the gradual elimination of sulfur in marine fuels since 2020 means there are fewer sulfur particles in the atmosphere to reflect sunlight. This global warming, due to the IMO's regulations, is equivalent to about 2 additional years of greenhouse gas emissions at current rates. While this might not fundamentally change where the world is headed by 2050, it certainly exacerbates the situation. Forster and climate scientist Zeke Housefather from Berkeley Earth wrote last year in Carbon Brief that it will be challenging to limit warming to 1.5 degrees C over the next few decades. These findings are echoed in numerous reports published this year. In February, the European Union's Copernicus Climate Change Service announced that global average temperatures increased by 1.48 degrees Celsius compared to the late 19th century, making 2023 the hottest year on record. NASA scientists also concluded that global temperatures last year were about 1.2 degrees Celsius warmer than pre-industrial levels. While different organizations use slightly different methods to reach these numbers, they all agree that 2023 was likely the hottest year our planet has experienced in the last 150 or possibly even 2,000 years. Climate scientist Jan Esper from Johannes Gutenberg University in Germany emphasized last month at a press conference, "It's very clear that we need to do as much as possible, as soon as possible. I am worried about global warming. It is one of the biggest threats we face today." This November, world leaders will gather for the United Nations Climate Conference COP29 in Azerbaijan to negotiate the next steps to limit global temperature rise to 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. See you in the next video.